Hi Leo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your, what am I doing? We're going to do your week ahead reading, 8th to the 15th of July 2019. Looks like a lot of decks here, but not really. Some new ones. We're going to do the check-in weekly tarot for you, and that's where we look at 9 areas, okay? So we're looking at the current self theme of the week, and for that I'm using one of my newest decks, Tarot of the 78 Doors. Love this deck, it's incredible. Life is a door, a doorway, isn't it? We go in and then we go out, and sometimes we revolve. We go around the revolving door, so we do things time and time again, and there's no kind of beginning or end. Really like this. I wish they'd had a revolving door in there, maybe something like the Wheel of Fortune card. But yeah, we're going to use this for the current self theme of the month. For the key goal, obstacles to overcome and major accomplishment, Leos, we're looking at your everyday enchantment tarot. Poppy padding, you know, guys, I love me some of this card. It's just amazing, this deck. It's my favourite deck of all. Another new deck we are using for the what you need to avoid for the week, what to embrace and where to find support. We're using one of my newest decks, the Universal Tarot. I've only had this a couple of days, by Lo Scarabeo. Fantastic deck. Oh my god, just incredible. But it's just a gigantic form. This is called the Professional Edition, and it's meant to be for professional tarot readers like myself, but that's nonsense. Anyone can use these cards. As long as you've got, it's just like getting a Rider-Waite. This is just another Rider-Waite clone in a bigger format. And if I show you, I have already a couple of these decks, which are the giant Rider-Waite decks. Well, if you measure them up together, this is bigger than this one. So it's pretty big, and it can be pretty tricky to shuffle, but a really good, nice deck. So we're going to use that for those areas. And for your spiritual advice and encouragement for the week, we're using the Answer is Simple Oracle cards by Sonia Choquette. For your 15 card reading at the end, which focuses on any other energies coming in 5 cards, your love life in 5 cards, and also your work and your money for the week, we look at the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot, another new deck of mine. It's crazy, isn't it? Nearly 250 decks of cards, but I can't help buying them. I love the tarot. It's my passion. I love it. So we're using that, and for your spiritual advice for the week, for that part, we're using the Angel of Abundance Oracle cards by Doreen and Grant Virtue. Okay? Hope that all makes sense, guys. Some people think I go on. They're like, oh man, just get to the reading. But I have to explain what's going on in the reading, you see. Guys, it's imperative that people know what's going on. You can always fast forward those parts anyway if you don't want to hear them. Let's put these decks cover boxes over here, and we're going to make a start. So let's make a start on the current self. You know, no matter how much I wash this cover, it always just I suppose it's because it's black, it tends to feel like it gets bits on it. Okay, Universe Spirit, show me Leo. Show me who Leo is. Show me Leo. What is Leo's current self during the 8th to the 15th of July 2019? Okay, and what will be the theme of the week for Leo? Show me the theme of the week for Leo. Okay, 2. Okay, let's put this over here. And can you show me, Universe, what will be the key goal for Leo? Show me the key goal for Leo during the 8th to the 15th of July, 2019. Okay, there we go. There's the key goal. Can you show me obstacle that Leo needs to overcome? Show me the obstacle that Leo needs to overcome this week. Okay, 2. There we go. And can you show me, Universe, any major accomplishment that Leo may be making this week? So I need to... Okay, major accomplishment that you're making this week. There we go. Alright, let's get the final area down. Pull this to one side like so. There we go. Okay, Universe Spirit, can you please show me for Leo, what is it that they need to avoid this week? What does Leo need to be avoiding this week? This card wants to come out, and there's 2 of them that have kind of been like, we want to come out. So I've got two cards together. There's 2 wanted to come out on that area, Leo. Can you show me what does Leo need to embrace this week? What should Leo embrace this week? Okay. And can you please show me, Universe, oopsie daisy, if Leo needs support Where can they find it? Okay. There we go. Right. And finally, what's the spiritual advice you have for Leo this week? Show me the spiritual advice. Okay, there we go. Right, let's have a look. Pardon me if I drink my raspberry Pepsi Max. Right, let's have a look. So you are the Hanged Man, which is interesting. On this particular version of the Hanged Man, people are like watching you. You're like Houdini, you know, trying to get out of a trying to get out of a tank. You're chained, and some of you guys are the Hanged Man, Leo. Some of you guys, your hands are chained. It's not to say that you can't get out of it. I'm just going to have a look at this. Very much, and he's in water as well, so he's going to have to wriggle out of that, out of the chains and out of the water. And there are people watching the show as well. They're watching him wriggle. You know, this week, I think that you are kind of, your hands are tied a little bit here. And some of you guys, I do think this week, probably, Leo, are finding yourself to be in a very awkward position. Because I read these particular cards, the 78 door cards, literally via their pictures a lot of the time as well. And on this card, it's this guy here, chained in a, you know, in this massive sort of vat of water. There's people watching him, they're watching the show, and they're watching him basically suffer and try and get out, you know. And you know, I think that the people here on this card are very intrinsic to what you are doing this week, Leo, because I do get the impression that you are in a little bit of a bind this week, and there are people who stand on the sidelines and people who are probably unwilling to help or can't help and are just watching to see if you're going to get out of this bind, showing up here, Leo. Let's have a look at what the theme of the week is. Well, the theme of the week is the High Priestess. Funny enough, two Pisces cards. Adaptability, going with the flow. You know, the High Priestess is a card about, and on this, I love this version of the High Priestess. This is all about using our intuition. If you look at her, she's a tarot reader. She's got the cards on the side here. And she's also a medium. She's a clairvoyant. She can see into the future. And the, you know, the focus for the week, I think, with this, or the theme of the week with the High Priestess energy is using your powers of intuition and using your powers of foresight with this card, because she's looking into the crystal ball, so she's trying to conjure up some magic whereby she can see the future. So this is a week about using your foresight and using your intuitive powers, using your mystical powers if you have any Leo, to see whether you can overcome this. Because I get the impression when I look at these two cards, Leo, that you don't have, some of you guys are not being helped by others. There are others that are standing and they're seeing your struggle. And for one reason or another, you're not getting the help that you want, because people want to see if you're going to be able to wriggle out of this yourself. So the theme of the week for you, Leos, is, well, I'm going to have to rely on myself with the High Priestess. I'm going to have to look into my crystal ball. I'm going to have to consult my cards, or maybe another tarot reader or whoever, or it's just really about consulting and self-reliance and relying on my own self, on my own ability to see what I can see. You're relying on your own foresight here, and the theme is self-reliance this week, I think, just looking at both cards. I think the theme this week is definitely self-reliance in whatever capacity that takes, because some of you guys are in a bit of a bind and you've got nobody around to help you out of it. So you have to rely on yourself and your own skills as well with the High Priestess, because High Priestess is a skill. You know, we do tarot, we have a skill about... The tarot is not so much mysticism, really. It's about being able to look at a situation from an objective point of view through the cards and piece the story together. So this is self-reliance. Some of you guys don't have someone to help you, or people are standing back and they're not helping, so you're going to have to rely on yourself to see how you can kind of overcome this situation. What is your goal for the week? I think that your goal is to be stable. I think it's definitely there's something about a financial situation for some of you guys going on here. With that Four of Coins energy, because the Four of Coins is all about financial security and stability. And I feel that the goal for the week for you guys is about being financially stable, if you can, as much as you can be. But also, the goal for the week is to save as much money that you can with this Four of Coins energy. It's to be as responsible as you can with the Four of Coins energy. And it's to be as cautious as you can be with the Four of Coins energy as well. What is the obstacle you need to overcome? Well, it's that good old Wheel of Fortune. See how the wheel is here? It keeps spinning. And the obstacle with that Wheel of Fortune is you never know where it's going to land. So it's the unexpected. And it might be that there are some unexpected events that happen this week. The Wheel of Fortune being an obstacle says, well, we don't know where things are going to end up. Things are out of your control, and that's the obstacle. You can try and control things. You know, I just get the feeling when I look at this reading, Leo, that things are a little bit in free fall for some of you guys here. It just feels like things are kind of, you've just got yourself to rely on in this area here. People are standing back, they're watching the show, but they're not doing much about it. And you're kind of like, you know what? The theme of the week is finding out how I'm going to resolve this. Now, some of you guys, you're going to have to rely on yourself as that High Priestess, using your own powers of intuition and foresight to find a way to how you're going to get out of this bind here. And for some of you guys, you might consult a tarot reader, or you might consult someone and say, look, how am I going to get out of this? And I think that it could be that this is about money, finances, Four of Coins, because your goal is to get some money. Some of you guys probably haven't got any money at all, and you're saying, well, my goal is to acquire, with the Four of Coins energy, some funds, some money, you know, but my obstacle is things are out of my control. The wheel keeps turning. So when I think that I've got a handle on something, then suddenly something else happens, or something else comes in, or this happens, or that happens. And I never really get that firm footing because the situation is probably just out of my control. What is the major accomplishment that you're making, though? Well, the Knight of Cups, Leo. So you could be receiving an offer of help with the Knight of Cups energy showing up here, because the Knight of Cups is an offer. Remember, with the cup, he's usually got it out like this. So some of you guys could be receiving some help, some support, and offer an act of kindness, the Knight of Cups energy. What is it you need to avoid? Now, two cards wanted to come out here. You need to avoid, firstly, the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands can be rushing. Let's have a look. Queen of Cups. Okay, so Eight of Wands. Well, what is the Eight of Wands? Eight of Wands is quick moving energy. Eight of Wands is good news. And I get the impression that this is news from an individual. See how she's got the cup? Let me have a look at where she's got this cup. Now, she's not exactly offering the cup, but she's looking into it. She's looking into it. Again, this is the card of the tarot reader. This is the card of the person who has intuition and the person who's sensitive as well. Heightened sensitivities as well. You need to avoid heightened sensitivities. You know what? I could read this in another way, but I get the impression that you need to avoid increasing, because the Eight of Wands is an increase. The Queen of Cups is your sensitivity. So getting overly sensitive about the whole thing. Okay, probably the oversensitivity for some of you Leos is to do with the fact that people won't help, or people are standing by to see if you can resolve this matter yourself. So I feel that you, and some of you guys, you might need to avoid contacting Eight of Wands, an individual here. Could be a friend or somebody who says that they can help but doesn't do it. Because I get the impression, if this is you avoiding contacting this person, can you see how she looks into the cup? She's like, well, looking into my cup, I've got this, but I'm not sure whether... She looks like she's procrastinating on the card, like she says, I've got it, but... Because the hand is not fully extended like this. It's not like, there you go, take it. She's kind of holding it onto it and looking into it. It's like, yeah, I've got this, but I'm not sure whether... So you probably need to avoid people who are going to procrastinate, tell you that they've got stuff, or tell you that they can help, but they're very resistant with the Queen of Cups and the way that she's looking on the card. They're very resistant to help you. So I feel that you need to avoid people like this. And I think that you also need to avoid, Leo, becoming overly, because the Eight of Wands can be over because it's an increase. So becoming overly sensitive. Sensitivity is the Queen of Cups as well. So I think you need to avoid becoming overly sensitive. Because this is like emotion and this is like an increase in emotion. So you need to avoid becoming overly sensitive to the fact that some people won't help and they're kind of standing by, or just standing apart from you and just kind of letting you do everything yourself. And Where can you find support? What do you need to embrace this week? Well, your friendships, the Three of Cups energy. You need to embrace your friendships, the people who are close to you, the people who are probably trying to do as much for you as they possibly can do. And where can you find support if you need it? Strength. And the funny thing is, this is you. Leo is the Strength card. Okay? You'll notice that strength is closing your mouth, Leo. You're Leo the Lion. So really, you can find support from strength. The woman on the Strength card is named Strength, and that's you, the Lion. You'll notice that this person's trying to shut your mouth. Let me have a look at this. She's trying to close your mouth, but she's being very gentle about it. Why is somebody trying to close your mouth off? Because you're finding support from strength. Somebody who has strength over you. Somebody who has power over you. I'm trying to think who this would be. That's a tricky one, because I see you. You're the Lion. This is Leo the Lion. That's you. But somebody, a strength, a woman here is trying to close your mouth. She's trying to close you. I don't think she's trying to close you down, because she's doing it in the gentlest of ways. You know what I think that this is? I think some of you guys, if you look here, these two cards here are very similar to this one here, but only the Lion part of that card here. Because what you need to avoid, Leo, is feeling increasingly Eight of Wands energy, increasingly sensitive, Queen of Cups, to the situation. So getting increasingly teary-eyed, upset and angry about the situation. And if you want support, go to the very person who can tame you. Because you're the Lion, and lions are not tamed. You'll see on this card, the woman is trying to tame the lion. She's trying to tame the lion's reaction. So if you need support, go to someone who can tame you. Somebody who can help you in your feelings and how you are reacting, or how you feel like reacting to the situation. Now, this could be a friend. This could be a family member. This will be somebody who says, look, just calm down. It's going to be okay. Just trust. You know, this is somebody who can instill a sense of confidence within you. This is someone, this strength, whoever this strength person is for you, Leo, they're going to be able to do the trick. This is someone who'll be able to calm you down. Because right now, some of you guys feel like just raring. Because you need to avoid this increase in tears and sensitivity with the Queen of Cups energy. And that is the Lion. So the Lion is the same as the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Because this is a very angry animal and it needs to be tamed. So you need to, if you need support, go to someone who can allay your fears and, you know, calm you down a little bit. Because you need to avoid kind of getting this, feeling increasingly sensitive to the situation. Because there are people here, I think, Leo, who won't help. They're seeing that you're in a real bind and you're literally submerged by water and you're trying to get out of it. Some of you guys are feeling really overwhelmed in the situation, I feel. And you've been kind of, the theme of the week is, how am I going to get out of it? Maybe I should consult a tarot reader, or, I need to rely on my own intuition and my insights, because there are people standing around in this card and they won't help. They see that I am sinking and that I'm drowning, but they won't help me. So I need to rely on myself and my own resources to try and get me out of this situation. Now, the goal for the week is probably money, or to attain some form of material resource with the Four of Coins energy. Maybe the theme of the goal for the week is to protect your home. Four of Coins, they're very protective people. They're often trying to protect and save their homes, that type of thing. So that might be, for some of you guys, the theme of the week is to protect your home, protect your property. But the obstacle you need to overcome is the Wheel of Fortune. This is probably out of your control, some of this. It just keeps turning. And, the obstacle you need to overcome is that, with the Wheel of Fortune as well, it's fate and destiny. And it could be that, there is a situation happening here where you are submerged by water, Leo, where you can't get out of it, where it's like, fuck, what am I going to do? There's people that won't help me here, and I'm trying to sort this shit out High Priestess style, I need to save my home, or I need to make more money, or I need to secure a certain amount of money by the end of the week, and no fucker's helping me. They're watching me drown and they won't help. but you need to overcome the obstacle that the universe has possibly, with the Wheel of Fortune as well, put this in your way because it's trying to push you over to a new phase or onto a new path with the Wheel of Fortune. This might be out of your control because you are destined on this path to reach something else or somewhere else. But you could be achieving, though, the major accomplishment could be that you're achieving. And if you look at this Knight of Cups as well, can you see how he's getting money there? And how you want money here? Can you see? Your goal is to get money here, secure some money here for some of you guys, and you're getting money here. So you might be achieving getting some money in by the end of the week as well, or you're giving some help or assistance. You need to avoid getting increasingly sensitive about the situation and about the fact that some people just will not help. Embrace the fact that you do have people who are with you, people who love you, people who are your friends, and even if they can't give you much, they're there for you. Three of Cups. If you need support, go to someone who's going to calm you down. Because remember, you're Leo the Lion, increased sensitivity. Leo the Lion, getting rare, getting annoyed. Go to someone who's going to be able to calm you down about the situation. What's the spiritual advice for the week? There you go. What did I tell you? Seek an expert. Seek an expert. You might need to seek somebody legal or somebody who deals within financial services. But you're going to need to seek an expert, some of you guys, okay? Don't sit back and think, because, you know, and you might be, the theme of the week might be seeking an expert. This could be somebody who's going to help you, somebody who's like, well, what do you see? You know, how can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. But I feel that, you know, this is, you know, I'm not telling you not to go to tarot readers or anything like that. They're great. I'm one myself. But one thing I would say, Leo, if this is really serious for some of you, if it resonates with you and it's really serious, it's about your property and things like that, don't chuck money at tarot readers, okay? I'm not being horrible. And, I'm not trying to cut, my nose off to spite my face or anything like that. But, it's fine if you want to get a tarot reader to look into it, that's fine. But also really what you're probably more than likely going to need is somebody who can give you some really good practical help. And you're being helped, if this resonates with you, Leo, in this reading anyway, for free. So seek an expert, and if you have to pay for an expert, put your money towards that, okay? Because this reading is free anyway that you're getting here, okay? That's it. Let's have a quick look at your other 15 cards. Thirsty work is reading, I'm afraid. Very thirsty work. I love these new cards. I'm so pleased that I got them. They're just awesome to read with. I love the Tarot of the 78 Doors, one of my favourite decks. I wish that they were bigger, actually. I wish that I had that there was a bigger size. Let's have a quick look then at finally at your 15 card reading. Universe Spirit, show me the 15 card reading, please, for Leo. In 5 cards, what are the other energies coming in for Leo between the 8th and the 15th of July 2019? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to pull these over here because I can see that they're completely out of shot. So that's 5 there. Okay. And show me love. What can you see happening for love for Leo? Okay, remember guys, this is a general reading, so some things will apply to some and some not, and not to others. Okay, it's the way that a general works. There we go. Okay. And just show me work and career and money in 5 cards for the week. For Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Right, so let's have a look. Firstly, right, so you do have the Knight of Wands, so this could be a move happening here. Usually this is a home move, job move, any type of move, ruled by Sagittarius, exploration, sign of exploration, long distance travel. This could be something to do with travel coming in here, Leo, okay. But you've got a Queen of Coins reversed. How interesting is that? Queen of Coins reversed is not an organised individual, alright. I feel that there could be some travel this week, but some of you guys are not organised enough. or somebody's going to pull out of travel, because the Queen of Coins, whenever you get a Queen reversed or a King reversed, people are leaving or they're gone. So it's either that there's a trip on the horizon, but you guys really haven't organised. For example, you've not got your clothes together, you've not packed your stuff, that type of thing. Queen of Coins reversed is a very disorganised woman. Or there's a trip, but possibly somebody's pulling out of that with the page of Queen of Coins in the reverse. Might be a trip is on the horizon, but you haven't paid for it yet. Queen of Coins reversed. Oh, what the fuck is all this? Oh, sorry for swearing, but I'm surprised at these reversals. Yeah, Chariot reversed as well. No trip, it's not happening. I think you guys, there's something about a trip travel, but I'm seeing it's either not being paid for, or somebody's pulling out of it, or it's not being organised as yet, and it's not moving forward, because the Chariot and the Knight of Wands, they're both travel card, but this card is reversed. This is saying there's travel, but it's saying it's not going ahead. It's like a cancelled trip. Somebody's not paid for it, so it's not happening, or somebody's pulling out of it, so it's not happening. Chariot reverse showing up here. Okay, or somebody's not organised it, or it's not being organised yet, so it can't go ahead with the Chariot reverse. What's the next one? Temperance. Okay, so Temperance is all about moderation and organisation and merger and blending and harmony and balance. Okay, I think that this is going to take some time with the Temperance energy to happen with the Sun energy. Okay, to get the go ahead. I think if you've got any trips planned, there might be cancellations, or it's not going ahead. Either somebody's going to pull out. It's funny, we've got two Sagittarian cards here. Learning, education, long distance travel cards. We've got a Sun card here as well. Hot destinations. But the Temperance energy is things taking a bit of time, okay, to be activated, to happen, to get the go ahead with the Sun energy before everything is all right to go ahead. I feel that there's meant to be some travel this week, but I get the impression for some of you Leos it's not going to happen. Either somebody didn't pay for the trip, somebody didn't organise the trip, or somebody decided that they weren't going to go on the trip and it can't go ahead because of those reasons. It will happen, but it might take a bit of time. Love. We have the Justice card. So Justice is decisions, alignment, completion. Three of Swords. Okay, I'm seeing a divorce here. Justice and the Three of Swords. I'm getting a divorce or a legal separation happening for some of you guys this week. Or a decision to separate. Who is this? Queen of Coins now. No, it's not Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins is here. Who's this? Oh, sorry, it's Queen of Wands. That's you. Leo. Queen of Wands is a Leo energy. I'm seeing a legal separation, a divorce, or a decision to separate. This is you. Queen of Wands. Leo. Ten of Coins. Okay. Family. Marriage. Long-term union. Nine of Wands energy. On tenterhooks. I feel that you guys feel really on tenterhooks in a relationship, a long-term relationship. Nine of Wands can be that you're on tenterhooks within a relationship, like you're on eggshells. I'm seeing I think that you guys, this is you Leo, I see you guys as being on eggshells, walking on eggshells within a long-term relationship. I think with the Justice energy showing here, some of you guys making a decision to separate. I'm seeing this week some of you Leos making a decision to separate in a relationship because you feel really on tenterhooks. Within a relationship, you just feel like you feel like any moment there's going to be a huge argument, and you've been on tenterhooks within this relationship probably for quite some time. So I'm getting the idea that some of you guys are probably going to look to separate. Let's have a look at work, career, money. Right, Hanged Man. Sorry, you're probably thinking, fucking hell, this reading shit. It's not looking good, but it's just the way it turns out. I mean, when I do readings, guys, I generally just don't think anything. I just shuffle the cards and they just go down. So whatever shows up, shows up. Sorry. Hanged Man for money. So waiting is the money career. Hanged Man is sometimes things being held in suspense. Ace of Coins. Hanged Man and the Ace of Coins. So you might have to wait a little bit of time before some money comes through. I mean, the Ace is not first. Like money is being held up. It's saying there's a hold up, but money is coming through with the Ace of Coins energy. Yeah, Knight of Swords, sudden changes, quickly, information as well. Is that the Knight or the Page? Yeah, email, document. can be a financial document, because the Page of Swords, when that shows up in a reading, Page of Swords usually talks about information, a document. So email. So look. But there are worries here with the Nine of Swords energy about an ending, change, death. Just trying to think of this, because I'm seeing money. I'm seeing a hold up, but money comes through. Getting an email about it with the Page of Swords. So I think this is different. I think some of you guys have been waiting for a while. There's been something held in suspense, but I'm seeing money coming through and you're receiving an email about it. Okay, some of you guys also might be receiving an email that gets you a little bit worried. It looks to be about some form of a change happening here. I'm just going to try and clarify what that change is. I think we'll use the Morgan Greer Tarot to just clarify what that death card is. I'll ask what it's about, because death is an ending. But also death is problems with money as well. Alright? This is like significant problems with money. So if this is a money thing, then some of you guys have been waiting. Waiting for money to come. But also waiting, money is coming. There's an email showing here about this with the Page of Swords. But you're worrying about death. So death is like problems and stoppages on money and just issues with money. I'll ask what you mean, what it means by death. What do you mean by death in this career and money reading for Leo? What do you mean by death in 2 cards? Right, the Ace of Cups is an offer, an invitation. 5 of Wands, an invitation blocked. Invitation blockages, competition. 5 of Wands energy. Because I'm not sure whether this is referring to money or a job situation, but you're worrying about death, an ending, and it's all about an invitation being blocked. I actually think this might be job-wise for some of you guys. I think we're looking at 2 things. I think that you guys have been waiting. Things have been held in suspense. Your finances have been held in suspense. Some of you guys have been waiting for some money to come through, but I think you're going to get an email about that this week for some of you guys, or going into next week. And some of you guys are waiting or worrying about an ending, and that ending is to do with, I think some of you guys applied for some work or something like that, and it looks like an invitation is being blocked. So it looks like you were meant to get something with the Ace of Cups, maybe a new job, or you were meant to be invited to do something, but it's been blocked. So it looks like you're being picked to the post in terms of a new job or something new coming in. I think this is work-wise. I think money-wise, you're going to get some information on money you've been waiting for, because that's a message. That's money coming to you, and that's having to wait. So waiting for money, message coming through, but worrying about an ending. And the ending is saying an invitation blocked with the 5 of Wands energy. Competitiveness, competition showing up here. I think that some of you guys, just putting some other cards from here, I think that some of you guys, the Eight of Pentacles energy, want to work in something that holds a great deal of love for you. So when you get the Queen of Cups in a work reading, somebody's doing something that means a lot to them. So some of you guys really want it, and I think that you're upset because there's an ending here. Something didn't happen here, and what didn't happen was that you were invited to do something, but that didn't come through, it was blocked. So you've probably gone for an interview, some of you guys, but you didn't get the job with these energies, and this job was something that meant a lot to you, something that you felt, yeah, this is something I really want to do. I do see some of you guys, therefore, with the Eight of Cups going to the Hierophant. You're going to an employment advisor, or you're going to find a job maybe in a more kind of traditional setting. So it might be for some of you guys, you're a bit upset this week because you're not doing what you love and feeling that you have to do what you have to do to put money on the table or to make ends meet, that type of thing. Alright, that's your reading, my darlings. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. Have a great week. Oh, before I go, of course, let's have a quick look. We're going to have a look at your Angel of Abundance. Universe, Spirit, what's the advice you have for Leos on this reading? Give me the guidance that you have for Leos during the week, please. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Alright, So you need to, the key to manifesting quickly is to have a very high energy level, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. Okay? So, I mean, definitely I think, Leo, looking at this reading, I'm sorry, but it does look like a really, things are moving slow, man. It just feels like that to me. In every area, in this area here where there's meant to be some travel, somebody didn't pay for it, somebody pulled out of it, you fell out with someone, maybe it's not going ahead. If you fell out with someone, you'll reconcile with them and it will go ahead with the sun and that temperance energy. Or it's just going to take some time for the plans to come together before it can go ahead, okay? It's going to happen, but something like a trip is getting cancelled. In love, I am seeing kind of some of you guys feel like you're treading on eggshells. Within a long-term relationship, making a decision to separate. And within your money, you've been waiting on money, you'll get an email about that. Some of you guys worrying about not getting an interview or somebody blocking you getting an offer. It was something you really loved and now you're having to go and get advice or search for something else. But the universe is saying, look, if you want to turn all of this around, the quickest way to start manifesting what you want is to really just exercise and start feeling good and start raising those vibration levels so that you can pull in the things that you want and get rid of the things that you don't want. All right, my darlings, I love you loads. If you'd like to order a reading, all details are in the comments section below. Love you guys very dearly. Take care. Bye-bye.